bring back in Lisa Laflamme, who is there on site as we await the arrival of the final miner. I can't even believe I'm saying that, Lisa.
Almost 22 hours to the minute since the first miner emerged, and here we are waiting. Now remember, the fastest capsule ride was just over 6 minutes, so we've got a few more minutes to wait here before this historic moment of the last miner to surface. It is such an amazing moment here. Now all day long I've been sort of drawing an analogy to every single resurfacing almost as a World Cup goal. And now I see the Chilean version of the Vuvuzela emergence here. The horns blowing already. The anticipation here on this main road of this temporary town that I'm sure will be dismantled as quickly and happily dismantled now that this has ended in such success. It is a significant moment here, and you can see this, of course, is Ariel, the last miner who was brought up, the 32nd miner. We are waiting, though, for Luis Orzua, who, as you said, is a 54-year-old. You know, this guy was always sort of seen as the toughest guy down there. They called him the boss. He instigated the system, you know, that they were going to sort of break their day down into 3 shifts, if you will. We've known through the health minister that it would be the strongest miner, mentally the most stable, would be the last. And now we see who has been given that mantle.
And Lisa, just a little factoid, they're thinking that the rescue of these Chilean miners is going to become one of the most watched web events in recent memory. And it's actually going to sort of be right up there with the World Cup.
Now, not surprisingly, Jennifer, I'll tell you that the cell service that we've been enjoying such a clear line
yes, I know.
now become completely overloaded. So forgive me if I don't hear everything you're saying, but these live images are just absolutely unbelievable to be watching this live, and certainly for the families here, there's a party going already, the barbecues are going, they are all waiting for that moment to emerge here in a town that was created. People have driven in from all over this country to be here for the last 70 days to await this moment. Many of them never ever dreaming that it would actually come. And here we are just minutes away. This system that the Minister of Mines called not very sophisticated, but it'll do the trick, referring to this cable. Well, he was absolutely right. It's done the trick in just 22 hours. 33 miners, the 33rd about to emerge.
Cecilia Lagos, a freelance journalist, was mentioning something about a surprise that she's heard a couple of stories about.
Now, I have not heard that, so I'm going to be anxious to see. We've seen them come out with football, or have football, flags, Bibles, rocks. I can't remember the other things that I've seen these miners emerge with, so maybe he's got something up his
I can hear a lot of sirens and things in the background, but no, but I was just making the point that with all the technology and how smooth the operation has gone and all the engineering technology behind this, I have heard some of these engineers saying, but this is truly a miracle. And
well, you know, that's true. It certainly appears that way. A lot of emotion on their faces, but you know, this is a very significant, the very last moment of every single resurfacing is very critical. None more so than this one. You can see the emotion on the faces of the rescue operation here. This has been a long haul for all of the people who've worked so tirelessly, and groups of literally hundreds. He actually says anything before he emerges. We have been hearing messages from some of them.
And there, it surfaced. Amazing.
So there you have it, just almost 22 hours to the moment that the first miner emerged. Florencio Avalos, we now see Luis Orzua resurfacing after 70 days, 700 meters below ground. For 17 of those days, thought to be dead. Here it is, a historic moment in Chile, a success story, a turning of the page in history for this country, and certainly yet another happy reunion for this man.
And Luis Urzúa is, once again, he's 54 years old. He's the last miner to be rescued. He was chosen reportedly because of his supervisory role in the mine. He helped rescuers by drawing up the plans of the area of the mine where the men were trapped. Those drawings were given to rescuers to help them understand the terrain.
This is a man who said, we work together and defy the odds or we die. It's as simple as that. And he gave them the best chance of survival. This is a man revered by the other 32 miners up to the last 70 days. He has been their leader, the man they looked up to. He was a father figure actually in his own life, grew up without a father. He was the eldest son of a very large family. So where he is, leadership comes naturally, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Such an overwhelming moment, Lisa.
That is the Minister of Mines, of course, Lorenzo Goldberg, and the chief of the operation here, the rescue operation, and there he is, hugging Luis Urzúa. So
he has something.
Chilean flag wrapped around his shoulders.
I was just going to say, he has something around his
by
shoulders.
all of the miners.
Yeah. And again, he looks, well, he looks healthy. I'm sure just on such a high right now. But it's wonderful to see them all looking as well as they do.
This must be an unbelievable moment, though. For those rescue workers, for those engineers, the government officials, for the mine company owners, for everyone involved, there were so much of the time they thought this moment would never come. You look, all those delays now have disappeared. These men are all above ground. They are all safe. They are all healthy, save for a few issues that we were told are not major. And here he is, once again, with the president.
And when you think, Lisa, that all of this happened the past 22 hours, we're really looking at not a glitch. Really, there, except for the door being damaged on the first Phoenix, this went incredibly smoothly.
That's right. When you think about it, that problem with those rubber wheels came last night. There was that 2-hour delay. For the media called it a 2-hour delay. Of course, the Minister of Mines said, no, we were always planning on starting at that time.
Yeah.
But they solved that problem. They made a few adjustments. I'm not sure if we can hear him. There's audio here.
Well, right now we're looking at pictures of just celebrations in Chile, just people hugging and kissing. Now we're back at the site. The president once again speaking.
A los que trabajaron como rescatistas que están aquí con nosotros, a los médicos que se preocuparon de su salud, a los miles civiles que una sonrisa, una palabra de estímulo o simplemente los llevaron en el corazón. Y quiero también agradecerle a alguien que nos ayudó siempre, quiero agradecerle a Dios que estuvo con nosotros. Y quiero también pedirle a usted, don Luis, que se pare aquí al lado mío y en honor
Strength and for leading the people down below.
de los mineros, de sus familias, de los rescatistas.
We are a family, he's saying. And the world became a family with so many countries involved in this operation.
Con el canto del corazón, la canción nacional en honor de todos los chilenos. ¡Viva Chile! ¡Viva Chile! ¡Viva! ¡Puro Chile! ¡Que avanzar! Una vida que escucha también. Y un campo de flores rosados. Majestuosa es la blanca montaña que te dio por barbarie.
Lagos, you're still with us. Perhaps you could help us out with a bit of translation as to what the president was saying to the final niner, to Luis Urzua, and what they were just singing.
Yeah, well, that was the national anthem.
Yes. And some of the words?
Some of the words, I don't know if you can hear them again, but basically he said that he took over the ships because Luis Urzua was handing over the ships to the president. He asked the president that things like this shouldn't happen again. And the president said in exchange that he was really proud of them, proud of his temple, proud of his spirit, and proud of the heart of a miner that all the 33 had and have, and all the temple they showed during this ordeal.
Wonderful. Lisa, you're still there. That was pretty moving, just as they broke into the national anthem. There really is nothing to say after something like that, is there?
Well, I'll tell you, I can say that I don't often see journalists crying, and I'm surrounded by Chilean journalists right now in the area I happen to be. Everyone watching this monitor, and to see tears in their eyes as they sing the national anthem. Keep in mind that this country's journalists have also camped out here along with the family, with just as vested an interest in this. You know, we call it a story, but in fact, this is history that we're seeing right now. An incredible moment. The celebration where the family's tents are is extreme. I can see balloons flying, music playing. They brought out the band, food. They're going to be feeding the entire road along here tonight. It's such a celebration as the 33rd miner, after 70 days, now hugging the First Lady of Chile. Who also must be very tired. She's been up these long 22 hours also.
And this is when we as journalists feel so privileged for the front row seat that we have during stories like this.
Well, this is like no story I've covered. I'll tell you, so often we end up in places where there is very little good news. And I'll tell you, it's just been an honor to cover this story in this country, to see these people band behind these men and the way this rescue operation has unfolded, and the international effort also to find the right technology to solve what seemed impossible.